Hello my fellow full of the samurai players, Zaript here, and this is a match between Blixerie and PointMan in the second group stage of Aggony 1-1 Championship of 2012. And first game of this match was played on flute plane. And let's take a look. I'll pause right away to take a look at PointMan's composition first. And from what we can see, and this replay is done from Blixerie's point of view, as you can see, PointMan have shown us 4 black tortoise forces, 2, 3, 4 Yariki with 3 chevrons, and interestingly enough, 2 of these Yariki, one in each pair, have 1 upgrade in charge and 1 have upgrade in defense, and they all obviously have 2 upgrades in attack. Okay, now here PointMan have Imperial Guard Cavalry, vanilla one, and he have 3 spear levies, and interestingly enough, he have attack bonus for spear levies, so it's probably spears attack retainer, and it's clear that he is hiding something in the forest. It's not seen here, and his general is Bushido 1. And Blixerie hiding something too. Yes, it is. We have seen these ninjas in his game against Lion. This is the first game of Aggony 1v1 Championship that I covered. And let's take a look at them. And let's take a look at their names. PointMan Killer 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one is probably, PointMan Killer number 1. So it's level 6 Kisha ninjas. Each of them have 30 attack. Man, this is scary. And 40 melee defense. So 1 from this side and 3 in this forest. And to complement these ninjas, Blixerie have a lot of cavalry. If I remember correctly, he have 2 sabre cavalry. Right, 1 vanilla and 1 with upgrade in attack. He have 4 Yariki. 3 of them have 7 chevrons and 1 have only 1 chevron. Blixerie also have Shogun Guard Cavalry with 5 chevrons, and this is all he have. And his general is Bushido Gen. So you see, I'm still not started because I want to discuss a plan of Blixerie as I see it. And the plan is simple. He chose this map exactly because of this forest. Well, I don't know if it was Blixerie who chose it. Probably it was him. And PointMan definitely have to go through this forest. It's inevitable. So it's very easy to lay a trap. But as you can see, Blixerie does not want to risk too much. And let's see how this trap works. And if we look at minimap, we can see that Blixerie's cavalry charged right away from the very beginning of the game. And PointMan reacts right in time. You have here that sound probably. I think Blixerie charged his ninjas too fast. And you see PointMan sending his cavalry to check for ninjas in this area. And here he pulled back his black tortoise forces and sending his spear levy to catch these Kisha ninjas, but he doesn't see them yet. Now he sees them. Half unit goes away in one volley. But overall he connected in the middle. So this isn't good for Blixerie. What is he waiting? He's trying to get his sabre cavalry into fight last into fight. But look at this beautiful charge. PointMan didn't engage his Yariki against this Yariki of Blixerie. He waited for this sabre cavalry and charged it. What a beautiful play. Nice micro. And here he uses this spear levy to get this Shogun Guard Cavalry zoned out away from this Imperial Guard Cavalry. But Blixerie's ninjas getting short work of line of PointMan, and honestly, all the line and all the spear levies on this side are dead. all that remain here is this spear levy and this Imperial Guard cavalry. And this is a tough spot for Blixerie to decide, does he want to go? Look at this, how beautiful this is. He is using spear levy to countercharge this Yaruki and protect his... He manages to control this while managing this flank. And here, this Kishin Ninja with Yaruki destroying these spear levies and this Black Tortoise force. And in the middle, two Shogitais that PointMan have been hiding before this are finally getting in the way of these Kishin Ninjas. Oh man, this is intense, and this is in a split seconds. I was talking while slowing game down. It's difficult to say if Blixerie have any chances at this point. And PointMan had 3 Shogitai apparently. But now, no, I don't think. Just because of this unit, you see? This Imperial Guard cavalry will win PointMan the game no matter what. And really, Blixerie just doesn't have enough to destroy these Shogitais. He just doesn't have enough. His general will go down soon. Man. But, you know, so far it seems like Blixerie had a nice shot at victory. And, well, obviously this is... you can tell probably that this is not first time I'm trying to cast this game. But I didn't like my first try, and it was on my old hardware. So I'm recasting it with better visuals for you. Well, if you want to look at it, it looks like this, and it even lags a little bit. Nice views! Air of Carthage style here. But well, you have seen the game, I hope, and I hope I explained it in enough details, because it's difficult to say anything more. PointMan's build, unfortunately for Blixerie in my opinion, PointMan's build is sort of a counter build. It's very cheap, it has a lot of spears in it. So those Kishin Ninjas, while they waste time killing these cheap Black Tortoise forces, there are still Shogitais awaiting for them, and at the same time cavalry of Blixerie cannot really deal with all these spear levies running around. And if you noticed, PointMan used his spear levies to zone out cavalry of Blixerie very well. I mean, he used some variation of this build in a lot of games, and I should say he's gotten very good at it, using weaker cavalry sometimes, and playing, and still he doesn't play passively, surprisingly. And look at this, 600 men against 2,100, and Blixerie managed to kill twice as much as deployed. This is some sick kill count. I mean, if PointMan or anyone on his place deployed some, let's say, 1,500 army, right? Blixerie would probably decimate it. PointMan just had too many different forces to deal with Blixerie. But what bugs me, this was very gutsy move on Blixerie. I mean, especially on Flute Plane, I don't believe these Shogitais would work well against melee rush, and on this map you should expect meeting 1 or 2 Shogitais, especially against PointMan. But let's take a look at kill counts just for fun. PointMan killer number 1 killed. He is in first place by kill count. So he actually, how do you call it? Man, let's say Blixerie named him right. And it was a nice touch not to use all 4 ninjas for frontal assault. And this last one, which is named first, was going into the battle a little bit later when main engagement started. And as Blixerie told me, in this game he lost because of cavalry micro, in his opinion. And I would agree with him, but there is more things, like, for example, his initial Kisho ninja charge. I think he popped out stealth on ninjas too early. If you play with such a surprise composition, you really have to learn what detection range of your opponent units are, and you want to start your ninja charge in the last moment possible, because they go into stealth with this specific noise, and any good player would react instantly. And another thing is, there wasn't much tools in Blixerie's composition to deal with this Imperial Guard cavalry. Well, of course he had a lot of cav, but all that cavalry were zoned out by spears, so it's kinda... He did a very strong hitting power, very strong melee hitting power, but not enough meat, not enough stability in this build. So this is really what you call a high risk, high reward build. And this is even riskier and maybe even more rewarding than high cavalry plays from Ducky. I don't know. I think this is very cool, and the way PointMan dealt with it is very cool as well. And I guess PointMan was maybe not expecting exactly this build, but he probably saw the game of Blixerie against Lion, so at least he wasn't very surprised to meet ninjas in a game, so he had some sort of a plan. And really, this is a replay I think you should download and watch. PointMan's micro wasn't ideal, let's say it that way. Certainly wasn't ideal, but the way he used his spear levy to make Blixerie's cavalry run around was just beautiful, in my opinion. And now it's 1-0 in PointMan's favor. Let's take a look at second game. And here we go. After a nice ninja rush in the first game, failed rush but still very beautiful one, we have chance to see how Blixerie and PointMan decide to play on Happo Ridge. And I guess this is a map that was chosen by PointMan, because really those ninja play was clearly designed for that map by Blixerie. Okay, now let's take a look at composition. Blixerie have 3 spear levy, 3 Yarikachi as a backline, and one of these Yarikachi has 1 chevron. He have 3 level 2 Shogitais, and from what I can see, he uses spear defense retainer, so +2 defense for all of his spears. He have Shogun Guard cavalry with 5 chevrons and 4 Yariki, 2 of them with 6 chevrons and 2 of them with 7. His general are full Bushido gen. And same for PointMan, full Bushido gen, Shogun Guard cavalry with 4 chevrons and 4 Yariki with 6 chevrons each. So cavalry of PointMan a little bit cheaper and weaker, but probably as effective depending on engagement. PointMan also have 2 Yarikachi on his right flank, both level 2 with 2 upgrades in attack, and he have attack retainer for spears, +1 attack for spears again, as in previous game. Interesting. 3 spear levies here and 3 Shogitais with 6 chevrons each. So, much stronger sword contingent for PointMan, but 1 Yarikachi less. I don't know if Blixerie can... if that unit of Yarikachi really matters. because Yarikachi aren't main killing power in any composition. So in terms of really strong melee units, PointMan is definitely ahead in infantry department. But it all will come down to cavalry, I guess, because melee blobs are of comparable size and strength, and I have a very too much ants in my speech, but I'm not very good with melee fights, so if I tell something stupid, please make me know. And this is typical Shogun 2 style thingy. Mid shields should not participate in main fight because they will just die for no reason. And you see, PointMan uses this spear levy to protect him, and he misses this charge. He doesn't control it, but here at least he protects the back of his swords with these spear levies and keep one here to get that cavalry. And what does Blixerie do? He charges right here. He tries to charge this Yariki, but there is 2 units of Yarikachi of PointMan in this blob. One Shogitai of Blixerie out of a main fight, getting charged by this Shogunate Guard cavalry. Oh man, this doesn't look good for Blixerie. I think this is a bad initial engagement. And here, despite how does this happen? Blixerie charged downhill and decided that 1 cavalry here would be enough and tried to use his Shogunate Guard cavalry to charge back of Shogitais of PointMan. But really, I have to stop this. Okay, what is happening? 3 Shogitais of PointMan against 2 Shogitais and 2 Yarikachis of Blixerie on this side, right? So it's 3 against 4. Here it's 1 Yarikachi against Yariki against 2 Yariki. Shogunate Guard cavalry goes around and hits this Shogitai of PointMan from the back, but there is still at least 1 spear levy unit alive here, and 1 spear levy unit of PointMan died here. Okay, Yariki coming here, General of PointMan here. Man, and now PointMan, where is PointMan's Shogunate Guard cavalry? I don't understand it. He had the Shogunate Guard cavalry charging these Shogitais, right? And where did it go? It is dead, it seems. Yes, it is dead. No. He charged these Shogitais and then suddenly decided to change his plan and charged them in this Yarikachi. And rally popped out for both players. And here really Blixerie does very poor job with this 2 Yariki. I think he can actually move through this window instead of fighting this 2 Yarikachi. But this 2 Yarikachi will obviously win against Blixerie's Yarikachi and Spear Levy because of this 2 attack. And what does... Oh man. It seems like this Yariki trying to charge back of this Yarikachi. Okay. That is the disposition and I don't understand what's going on. Overall, I think here Blixerie played very bad with his cavalry. 2 of his Yariki doesn't fighting cavalry of PointMan, and here he sacrificed 1 unit of Yariki, Blixerie I mean, just to buy time for his Shogunate Guard cavalry to charge in this melee blob. And this is a nice bet, I should say. It looks like Blixerie have all chances to rout these 2 Shogitais, but his own Shogitais are already dead. And he only have 2 Yarikachi here and 1 is already wavering. So it feels like the main fight will go for PointMan here. Yes, it will. And really, 2 units of Blixerie's cavalry didn't get in this fight at all. They were tangled up in this spear fight, which is a huge blunder in my opinion. Now he tries to do it. But here, mass routing and his general is catched up. So basically they split up their forces in two parts. And Blixerie have a nice plan in my opinion. He tried to move these Shogitais through here, sneak them up and flank PointMan's forces. But it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. These level 6 Shogitais were too strong in the middle. And yet again, look at this. In the end of the fight, at the start of the fight, both players had same amount of cavalry and same amount of spears. But in the end, PointMan have his cavalry alive, 3 of them, and his spears alive. And I mean, that's not right. Obviously, Blixerie lost, so he doesn't have anything alive. What I mean is, PointMan in both fights, in first and in second, is very good at putting his spears on a way of Blixerie's cavalry. And part of the reason is that, man, I should say in these 2 games, Blixerie doesn't manage his cavalry as well as he should. Staying in that fight with 2 Yarikachi was absolutely unnecessary. He should have disengaged his cavalry and get rid of the swords first. Okay then. PointMan deployed less men, 1 Yarikachi unit less. Exactly 150. But he killed 500 men as much as Blixerie. Okay, oh man, this is sick. Spear Levy, Yarikachi, first place, 175 kills on Spear Levy. I don't know. I don't know how this happened. Absolutely sick kill count, and Shogitais did just well, just enough to pay for themselves. Maybe not even enough. 2 Yariki left alone charging all around did very well. What can I say? PointMan did use his units with much more effective. He matched his spears against Blixerie's cavalry. Oh, how many times did I tell this already? And he matched his cavalry against swords and cavalry of Blixerie as well. Okay, Shogitais. This is more typical picture for Millerage. Shogitais did very well. Shogunate Guard cavalry did okay, but others. And this is the cavalry unit that was back charging swords of PointMan. And look, it's so low in kill count, Shogunate Guard cavalry of PointMan, but they still did ridiculously well. 100 kills for 8 losses. This is some stupid statistic. PointMan destroy. Oh man. Well, it didn't manage to destroy PointMan, and this one is definitely the Reaper. He ripped his I forgot the word. Well, nothing much to say here. If anyone can explain me this game with more details, please leave a comment. Because so far I see the 3 main points in this game. First is effective use of spears on PointMan side. Second is just better build, in my opinion. This is a kind of choke point map, and from what I can tell, in melee engagement on such a small area choke point engagement, you really want to have more highly vetted killless in your army, and Shogitais of PointMan definitely were more highly vetted and have strong attack. And third point is These two Yariki of Blixerie. He failed to use them effectively. This is... and I can even understand not getting much from Yarikachi, but this Yariki, they could have done much better against this charging Shogitais from the back and trying to catch the general. Anything would be better than charging Yarikachi of PointMan. And he really invested in attack. Attack retainer for spears, and I believe he had attack retainer for his swords. Well, it is how it is. 2-0, PointMan wins against Blixerie in this match. Beautiful match, and there is a lot to learn in these two replays, I think. PointMan's play, I don't know, it's difficult to play like him, but I really like how he manages his spear levies. He makes them very effective, well, at least in these two games. And I think after this I will continue with more melee rush games. So yeah, I think it will be Jigs against Twitchy. 3 games of continuously rushing, so it's not even... You can't even tell that it is Follow the Samurai. It looks like 3 games of Shogun 2 Vanilla. But we will see how it goes. Have a good day. See you again.